The conservatives have said to me, just shut them down. I say, no, there's assets there. Let's get money for it, right? We paid for it already. Let's sell it off, get some money for the thing, whether it's buildings or equipment or what have you. And, I don't want my media colleagues at CBC to lose their jobs. I just don't want them on the taxpayer subsidy anymore. We hear issues of $1 billion a year, $1.1 billion a year. It's the Senate committee recently that added up all the different pots of money that they get. And it's actually $1.5 billion a year once you include them all. I'm not sure that we're getting a good return on investment. So that's one of the reasons that I think they should be sold. Is it the proper role of government to run a broadcaster? I think the answer to that is self-evident. No. I rely on broadcasting to put a roof over my head, to feed my family. And if, kids, they grow out of clothes constantly. So I need that. I need the money. I love broadcasting. But I like food more. We don't have a government-run grocery store. The government doesn't run the food system here. They do in Venezuela, and if you've heard, they just lost 19 pounds on average in Venezuela because the government can't run the food system. They are actually out of food. Now, defenders of the CBC will say without it, we would be a cultural wasteland, that broadcasting wouldn't exist in Canada. And I'm here to tell you that's wrong. CBC started in 1936, the first radio station in Canada, which I worked for its successor, CFCF in Montreal years later. It was started in 1919, 17 years before CBC came into existence. The first national broadcast was for the Diamond Jubilee celebrated on July 1st, 1927 on Parliament Hill. It went coast to coast across a bunch of competing private radio stations, said, let's do this. And you know what? They did it. And it wasn't a chain. These were mostly locally owned and operated. But they found a way to work together and provide the country with a national broadcast of a historic moment. Many will say, well, CBC started Hockey Night in Canada. No, they did not. That was actually started on another station that I've worked with, News Talk 1010, CFRB in Toronto. They were the original home of Hockey Night in Canada, including with Foster Hewitt. And many of the great old names that you guys are all too young to know about Foster Hewitt or the Don Messer Jubilee and all these things that people hold up as the glory days, the golden years of CBC. Almost all of them started in the private sector. And then CBC came in and bought them up, offered them more money. That's what they're doing now, and they're doing it in a new way. They're doing it by expanding yet again into more areas, whether it is running a music division that competes with Spotify and other music streaming services. They're starting television streaming shows. That's not their mandate. To have a streaming service? Where did Parliament ever ask them to do that? The answer is they didn't. And now they've started an online op-ed. They're competing directly with the newspapers, using your tax dollars to compete with people that are also paying their tax dollars to support this organization. It's time that they stop. They are, as you will hear, I'm sure, from the next panelist, James, they are an Uber predator. They are, when you've got the Toronto Star, the Globe and Mail, myself, and others, including James, appearing before the Senate Commons Heritage Committee and describing what they're doing and how it's detrimental to the rest of the media, it's not just a crazy right-winger named Brian Lilley saying this anymore. There is a real problem. So what's the solution? There's going to be a lot of varied solutions put forward, but my view is keep CBC going, but sell it off. Let it compete in the private sector, let it rise or fall. Canada is a strong country with a real culture. We don't need the government telling us what we think and how we think it. Thank you.